Nobody is suggesting that the terror that they are unleashing over there is the responsibility of anyone other than those terrorists. But it's fair to ask questions about what, if anything, the United States should have done or should be doing. And that question was put to President Obama just last week. The question was, should we have left troops there when we pulled the troops out of Iraq? Should we have left some troops there to try to maintain what were some tenuous gains? And here is what President Obama said last Thursday.
You wish you had left a residual force in Iraq. Any regrets about that decision in 2011?
Well, keep in mind, that wasn't a decision made by me. That was a decision made by the Iraqi government.
So now that the times are tough, he says it was all the Iraqi government. That's the reason our troops didn't stay. But this is what he said to Mitt Romney during the third presidential debate when President Obama was fighting for re-election.
Did you? Oh, you didn't? You didn't want a status of force?
No, what I would not have done is left 10,000 troops in Iraq that would tie us down, and that certainly would not help us in the Middle East.
So which is it? He didn't leave the troops there because he didn't want to tie us down. He thought that would hurt us in the Middle East. Or, as he said last week, it was all the Iraqis' decision.
Well, we've been very clear that we were not going to leave any troops there without the legal protections that I think most Americans would agree they need to have overseas. So it is true that the Iraqi government made very clear they did not want our folks there in 2011, but you know, there's going to be a lot of time to look at the history of what happened in Iraq, both when we got in and what happened throughout the years there. What we're focused on today is that the Iraqis have asked us to come back. They have asked for a number of troops to help shore up their army, to help them fight this threat today. The generals have come on this show repeatedly and said that actually many of the Iraqis were begging for us to stay. And our own generals went to President Obama and begged him to keep about 17,000 troops on the ground in Iraq. He said no. They lowered it to 10,000. He said no. He marked it down to 3,000 troops. And that was not enough to make al-Malaki bite. Now he wants us to believe he had nothing to do with it.